Hello and welcome back to Starfield 2026. We are ready to do another ship build video since I have found out that there is a add-on called Place Doors Yourself, which allows me to place doors myself. So I'm going to start putting some doors in this build and we'll see where it goes. And I may also do a refit based on my old Star Turkey build, which was all kind of huge and gangly because I used a lot of spines and cross bracing to keep us from having ladders. And now we can keep from having ladders and I can do a more compact Star Turkey. Let's start off with just putting some doors in this guy.
You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every... Sure, how about it?
And 180K, I may or may not have enough money to do the Star Turkey build. Well, let's see. So things I have learned about the doors is they're actually items that you place. And it's kind of like placing the equipment plates, okay? So for instance, this connection's already here. I need to get the captain's cabin out like that. So I've pulled everything away so I have access to where I want to put doors. And I just realized I need to do this slowly because I'm not really clear on which doors go where. Let me undo all of that. What's the error that I've got? Is it unattached module? Oh, well, apparently the advanced ship scrap unit has grown the need for a equipment plate, which we don't have here. I'll put it there for now. Okay, so the warnings are gone. Let's start off with this door from the cockpit back to here. Now, apparently, normally with cockpits, their doors are just always there. Like with the dockers. No, not the dockers, the landing bays. But in our case, I think we need to have one because we think this is a hab. I'm going to look up something really quick in the instructions for this mod. I'll be right back. Okay, I've just made another read through the documentation. I think I understand how to do this. And I could be completely 180 degrees wrong on every one of these, but we're just going to do it. So here, I need to put a door, which is the top of the habs list. Okay. And doors can go on the starboard side. It can go along, which is a fore and aft passageway. So this is just open. Door aft, which goes on the back, like where we are. Jalousie is a, what do you call it? A slatted door. Those are easy to open, but they're a door. And there's a door. So we're going to go with a door aft. So we will have a normal door leading back to the captain's cabin. Now here, if I just put this porthole on, we can't see through it. So I need to put a thing here, a passageway or something. I could, so I'm changing it on the left. I'm going to change this to a shutter. That's the other thing. So we want a shutter aft. just like that. In fact, let's pull these off. All these are shuttered windows pointing to the aft. Okay. So now we need a connection here. This is going back into an all-in-one berth from a double-decker. So here I'm going to put a door, but I'm not going to make it a big door like they have. I'm going to put in one of these jalousies. Do we have an aft one? Yeah, jalousie aft. And same thing over here. Oh, come on. Okay, so that's got those. Okay, from the cockpit to these guys and this lower one. So this is the armory. We already have the ability to get in the armory from the bay. I am going to make these passageways. So no doors, no nothing. Just like that. Okay, so that will connect from the cockpit and the armory into our ladders. These are currently set up to go from the bottom to the top. We're going to come in from the armory at this end, which puts it to the foot of the stairs, which go up to the front. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this around. So we come in at the front, and we've got the ladder going up to the cockpit, or up and around, so we have a little extra distance to go to get to the living quarters. And the same thing over here. Now this is control station, so mostly we'll be going from the cockpit into here and forward. We will change that to an A. And now we need connections to here. So this side's the control station. I'm going to put in a passageway along. This is the living quarters. Basically, this is where I want our passengers to go. Back here, we've got the all-in-one berths, which are kind of for the crew. I know it's not really assigned. We'll put in one of these jalousies here. And then in the front, these windows, again, are going to require, I think they require a passageway. I'm not sure. Okay. I am not sure whether I need a passageway going up to the slim docker or not. Checking the mod notes. It says nothing about dockers. You do not need to install doors for the cockpit, landing bay, or docking. Okay, so this docker is connected to a hab, This is actually, the Drake cockpit is actually a hab internally. So we should be okay there. We should have all the doors we need now. Let's see how it looks.
How can I be of service, Captain?
Quick save before we go in case things are really messed up. Okay, we are here in the armory. I forgot to move the door to the front here, so we still have a door back here. Yeah, we want to move it up here. So that's one thing we need to fix, is that door. So from here, we've got going back.
Sorry.
We've got a all-in-one.
Yes, Captain.
And here we've got our shuttered window aiming aft. And we've got a jalousie here going into this living area with a nice window. Captain's quarters. So, do I want a door here? I think I want a jalousie here. Yeah. And we forgot to put in our thingy for the back. Okay, so captain's quarters porthole and the jalousie here and moving the door. Let's get those three things fixed. We'll come back and look at it again, see if I missed anything else.
Hey, what can I do for you? Okay, no problem.
Okay, captain's quarters. You are actually... Oh, I had you set for door. I may have add-ons that get rid of doors going. There we go. And here, that was already set to a shutter aft. There should have been a shutter in the captain's quarters. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change you over to being a, that's not a door, passageway along. Since there was a whole bunch of stuff that was broken out there, might have had something to do with the door I had in there. And this guy needs to be moved up there. There we go. Now let's take a look again. Remember, all I'm doing this time is just manipulating the doors. Okay, so we enter from there. We're in the armory. We've got passageway, passageway.
Your ship smells so much better than Dad's.
Passageway here. We have, on the lower level, a all-in-one for the crew. And on the upper level, we have a shutter leading back to our observation port where we can look at the cargo and the fuel tank. Going forward, we've got another flexible door leading to here, and this looks just fine. We have an open passage. And now this looks okay. Of course, we've given up our sofa because I wanted a window, but that's all right. I explicitly said I wanted a window. I knew I was going to give up the sofa for that. Over on the right, here's our observation for starboard cargo and starboard fuel. And just a passageway through so we can go between the bridge and the control stations here. And they've got a nice window at the front. There it is, nice compact ship. That is the whole thing. It's not the biggest build in the world. So the only thing I haven't checked is the docker. I'm pretty sure that's working. Let's run back up.
Yeah.
And getting into the cockpit is just that easy. I like this cockpit. And we are not currently docked with anything. Doesn't this usually... Let's see if I can actually dock with something. I need a space station. Let's dock with the eye. We know that there's no complications getting there.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. And complete. Enjoy your stay in New Atlantis.
I didn't really do a good job of testing fore and aft stuff. Let's dock. I'm going to see if I can turn off the other door related stuff. So I'll do the placing the doors, but I'm going to get rid of the ones that say no doors and the ones or doors are open.
100%. Good to go, Cap.
Get up. Make sure the docker works from inside here. And it does. There we go. So now if I board, we do end up inside the cockpit. But if I say cockpit, it puts me sitting in the seat. We are good. I never really did work out the whole door thing. Let's take care of that. So I am going to go back to here. If I quit out of the game, it'll drop an exit save. So we can change our load order to get rid of those creations that we want to try going without for the moment. Since we have control over where we're putting our doors, I don't think I need them. Oops, not X. I need to do T. I need to wait for it to finish loading. It's weird that I have to wait for it to check the shop completely and load the game and all that before I can do the load order. So I want to... Oh, these are off. Oh. Okay. So I'm all set. Continue. Let's go mess around with the doors. Make sure that my understanding of where to put the starboard and port and fore and aft doors actually works. So let's go back to New Homestead because I'm still thinking about doing some building that requires unique parts from New Homestead. I suppose I could download a creation that enables all ship parts of all kinds on my outpost. Yeah, see, I don't like it when that happens.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always buying. Kiosk right here. Sure, how about it?
See, now if something is missing in the ship, I wonder whether it's just a graphic glitch or not. So, we're going to check the whole fore and aft door thing here. Oops. So habs here. I'm going to put in a door 4. So the port side upper is going to be a door to the front. And I'll put in a port aft here. Door aft. So we'll get the difference between a door 4 and a door aft in these modules. Now we're going to do left and right here. I suppose I could do 2 doors. Yeah, I could do that. So we're going to do a door port here. I'll do a door starboard here. Okay. So I think that the front door is going to be correct and the back door is going to be weird. Or excuse me, the forward door is going to be correct. So this is going to be the door starboard. Oh, come on. I'll put in a door port there. Okay, so we've messed around with the doors appropriately. So we just need to notice which doors are good and which doors are not. Let me make sure that these are... Okay, so port side is door 4. I think the port side is going to be the one that's correct. And on the armory, I think it's the forward doors that are going to be correct.
Captain, greetings.
Okay. So on the front, we have doors on the inside. And the rear, we don't. Okay, so the front ones are the correct way to do it to get doors. Port side, we have a door. Okay. And the doors are inside the module where we placed them. And they go into the module where we placed them. And apparently, so door aft just says, forward aft, just do this. So it's still a little...
Any day you make it through is a victory in my book.
Where'd the doors go? There were closed... Oh, the doors are in the ceiling. I'm not used to those doors. Which means maybe... Nope. Okay, which means the port and starboard doors have to be correct. Okay, so if I want a door there in this module that goes up into this module, I need to place it on this module, and it needs to be the port door because we're facing forward and that's to the left. If I wanted the door here, I would need to put the door module onto this guy, and in this case, this would be a port door here. Let's try that. And for fore and aft, I'm suspecting that it would be good if I wanted to have the door basically opening forward. I really should be putting it on the forward module. Although this does work, it's probably not that great. And that may be why we didn't have a door going into the captain's quarters, because it needed to be an aft door. Or maybe it doesn't work with this module. Anyway, we'll put a Jollibee on that one. Whatever it is. Okay, we want to verify our hypothesis on the rear doors in the armory. And I'm going to put a sliding door on the captain's quarters.
Anything I can help you with? Sure, how about it?
So I think this is going to be really simple. Grab that. I just take this door. This is now a starboard door connected to here. Weird, but I totally understand how that works. So those doors are associated with where the door goes up and in. Whoops. But we're pulled out anyway. Let's grab this. Let's see if this makes any difference here. And now for the captain's place. Oh, come on. See, jealousy aft, but connected to there, wasn't working. So I am going to put it on here. So it should be a door that's primarily associated with this module. I don't think doors like this guy. And I did want a shutter aft. That should work. I swear I had a shutter aft on that one before and it wasn't working. Okay. Accept. See what that looks like.
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you...
So the front doors to the armory should open into the armory. Check. The rear doors to the armory should open into the other modules. Nope. Okay. That's weird. We've got our shutter. We're going to change that to a shutter thingy. The captain's quarters now has a door, a proper hatch. This got turned around and it is now there. I think that's the same. We had an arm there before, so we should be okay either way. But I think we've got a general principle we can work with. And that's still a no-go. What if I don't put anything at all on that? Do I get a porthole if I don't put one in? Probably not. I'm just going to change this one door and see what else changes. I'm thinking something weird is going on in the captain's cabin, because it's set up the same way as the other ones.
Anything I can help you with? Sure, how about it?
Shutter aft. We're going to change nothing else, but I do need the shutter to be connected to you. And I think, nope, we're good. We're good. These are passageways, so they can be associated with either one. I am not sure if my hypothesis that which one this is connected to makes a difference is even meaningful. I mean, if I have part A and part B and then part C is sandwiched in between, does it make a difference which one part B is connected to? And I think it didn't, because our armory, when we switched up how it was connected, we didn't get it connected to the other side.
Captain, do you require my assistance?
Okay. Starboard front, starboard port front, good. No door, and it looks like we've got space for the door to go up, but there's no door available, no space for the door to go up here. So this really has connected to this guy. Anyway, these will just go away. This is the way I want these to be, although... Well, do I want hatches between the armory and the rest of the ship? I think I'm just going to have passageway, blank, blank. Okay. Upstairs, we've got our passageways. We have our door. I change this to the other kind of door. Yeah, I think the connection to the controls, I'm going to do a passageway. This is going to be a door. Yeah. I don't know what to do about the captain's quarters. Maybe I'll just take out the porthole. Or, wait a minute. Maybe the shutters are the wrong thing.
Got anything you need to offload?
Okay. So you go away. You become, oops. You become a passageway across. I wonder if the shutter needs to be on, attached to the, I don't think so. Because, yeah, this is jealousy after it's still working, then I think I'm just not going to use hatches. Make you a passageway. I'm going to put a passageway on that window. There we go. If that's still messed up, I'm just going to remove it. And you go away. And you're going to become a passage. See how that works. It didn't ask for a confirmation, did it?
Hello.
Okay. Passway. Door. I was going to change that to a passway. So we need to change that door into a passway. That's what I wanted there. That's what I wanted there. We've got our passage into here. Passage into captain's quarters. No door in the captain's quarters. And yay, this is working now. I do want to have something partitioning off the captain's quarters, though. But now that we've got the window worked out, I'm going to just change his front door, and we'll see if those were interacting.
What can I do for you? Sure, how about it?
Okay, first of all, this guy needs to be a passway across. Okay, and this guy needs to be something. Jealousy aft. Okay, small corrections.
Good day, Captain.
One more time. Okay.
Your ship is way bigger than Dad's.
Perfect. This side, we've got that. That. Perfect. Okay. Captain's quarters still has no partition. Let's change the partition on the captain's quarters, see if we get that working.
Need some work done? Okay, no problem.
The easiest way to get in there is actually me just to grab that. There we go. What if I change this to jealousy 4? Okay, the confirmation window, I've just been going through it so fast, sometimes it doesn't even register. Do I have a way to close the door to the captain's cavern? Captain's cabin at all? Up. In. Yay, there we go. So I don't know why this door isn't working to be on the other side. We've got a door now we can close. It's not a full-on hatch, so it doesn't take forever to open. The ship isn't big enough for me to need to partition it into airtight spaces. There we go. So let's see, how much money do I have left? We still got 180,000 credits. Okay, so I'm going to try to do the modified build. I'm going to go ahead and do a hard save here. I'm going to do a modified build of the old Star Turkey. Now, normally I would build this on the Star Eagle, but I'm in the Star Eagle. So we are going to rebuild the Mantis into a slim, somewhat reduced size Star Turkey.
Trade authorities always lie. Kiosk right here for you. Sure, how about it?
So Razorleaf is what we're going to modify. You are now my home ship. Shipbuilder. Razorleaf. It's going to go away. We're going to be getting rid of most of this. Are there anything here super special? I think everything that we've got on this we can now build. So, center of the Star Trek. Let's start off with the landing bay. Star Turkey starts off with a Hope landing bay. Normally the cockpit would be out front. I am going to think about that. Since I do, well, the Star Turkey builds with the C4. Let's build it with the C4. I'll look at moving to the Drake C7 later. Okay. Now, typically with the Star Turkey, let me get my notes out here. He's got a whole bunch of habs that are all stitched together. But let's pull out the parts that we need. We've got the bay, cargo. We need several of those. I can duplicate it as needed. We've got the cockpit. For the docker, I want to use a slim docker somewhere. The engines, oh, that's right. The engines I like to use are not available from this location. So we're going to have to use temporary engines. I'm going to use the 3015s. I'll figure out how to get them mounted. We'll worry about in this later. The Star Turkey hasn't used any of this before. Fuel tanks, I like these. I will duplicate it as needed. Here is the NG-15s. Again, we will duplicate as needed. Grav drive. We want the R4000, unless we've got a better Class A. So this is 27 thrust. Yeah, we're not going to do any better. So there's our grav drive. We'll pull that down here because it's going to be near the back. Habs. The Star Turkey typically didn't use any of the double stuff. Let's build it straight up first. So Nova Habs. Basically, we're going to end up with one of each. So Hollenberg A, B, Armory, Captain's Quarters, A and B. Armory is in front of A. Captain's Quarters are second layer. Computer core is... I wasn't using computer cores. I was using 2 control stations. Control stations are lower deck, forward right, forward left. That gets me a lot of control stations, by the way. So in theory, each one of those gives me 4 stations. So if I've got the equipment and the ability to use it, that's great. Otherwise, it's just for symmetry. And we could change that to a computer core if we wanted. I will do that. Use a computer core until we need more. Infirmary is upstairs. I am going to need a 1x1 in there somewhere, I think. I've heard the doors have problems with the 1x1s. We can get a Frontier module. Oh, used to be you couldn't get a second one of those. That's cool. Frontier is a variant of, I think, the AIOB. I'm not sure. Anyway. After the infirmary is living quarters, which we put down here. And I messed with the ordering of these 3 and found a ordering that got me what I wanted. Science lab is upstairs, forward of the infirmary. Workshop is forwarded there. And now we need some way of connecting to here, so there needs to be something in here. Like I said, we may have problems with the companionway. Okay. So I set you on like that. You on like that. So there's the compressed. Now, normally, these guys on the bottom would be spread out by one and there'd be cross braces. We've tucked it in tight. I'm going to put the Docker here. Oh, I didn't get a reactor yet. Reactors, we've got 370T, which is generates 23. We've got this guy, which generates 26. We'll take him. You're there. Grav drive is there. Okay. Now remember, this guy is being capable of holding 4 of these. We have significantly less mass because of the extra junk we had to have is now gone. The engines only have a mobility of 68, which means I need more engines. Means the fuel needs to go somewhere else. Oh, 3 engines should do it. Okay. If I pull these out, move you forward, put you in line like that. There we go. The airs now are unattached modules and too few landing gears. Okay. How many of these do I actually need? Holy smoke. That is significantly more compact. And I can probably find landing gear that will fit inside there. Do I have any locally? So these guys have thrust of 2. This has thrust of 4. Oh my. So, we don't have a shield yet, and we don't have weapons yet. Okay, so... shields. It's Class B. Bardock 1020A. 455. 485. I like the look of that one. So we still need to put doors in. Okay, from the middle. Oh, let's go look inside. I think I can, I'm going to do a toggle clipped. and go inside. We haven't put any doors in, so I'm just going to go look in the modules, and we're going to write down where we want to put the doors on each module. And then we'll come back and put weapons on it later. So I believe it's TCL. Collision off. So we've got the docking bay. We've got the cockpit. This is the normal cockpit we're used to. Okay. We're going back from here. So this is a 1x1 module. Something tells me we're going to have problems with the 1x1. I need to may need to go to the 1x2 here. And none of the interiors are populated, so I can't actually judge where to put things. Okay. So apparently if we don't go in correctly, so I should be able to go up from here. We'll just do this one at a time. So there's the armory. And this is a normal cockpit, which is really a cockpit, so this does come forward.
Is there a way to go faster than the speed of light? And none of that crap is cheating?
Okay, so that's all set. This guy can get his doors on both the left and the right. I think for symmetry, we're going to put them here and here. Let's get that done. And I'm just going to put passageways for now. I may add doors later. I don't know. I'll figure out where I want to actually close off the ship.
Hey, what can I do for you? Sure, how about it?
Okay, so. Okay, so here, habs. This is a door. It's actually going to be a passageway across. Oops, come on. Delete. I was trying to go down when I was hitting Z instead of. There we go. So from the workshop to the captain's quarters. So to get to the captain's quarters, we have to walk through the workshop. The alternative. Oh, I know what I can do here. We'll have to figure out someplace to put all the rest of this junk. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a Nova 1x3 that's empty. I will call that my main corridor. Okay. You go here. You go here. This gets me connections. Here. There. So basically I need to relocate reactor and grav drive. I'm going to put the fuel here. I'm going to do that. That gives you some places to mount cargo. It does leave my reactor kind of hanging out. What's the error? Ship has unattached modules. Shield. There we go. So the one thing I haven't done is I haven't put in my doors fore and aft. Whoops. And I will need to pick out the one in the middle there too. So let's start with you. There we go. And this is going to be a door. It's going to be a jalousie aft. So we will be able to go fore and aft. And we need one right there. There we go. It didn't pick up that. Interesting. Make sure everything's connected. Yep. Let's see what that looks like. So this is still called the Razorleaf. Okay, so we come up into the armory, and we've got a hatch aft. No, that's a hatch forward going into the cockpit. We have passageways, starboard and port. This is the computer core and the control stations. And we've got a closable door here. A passageway into AIO, into AIO, into this. Make sure we still have some beds. Part of the problem with these guys is if you put the doors in the wrong place, it knocks out the beds. So my intent is for us to go down the hallway and make the turn and have these doors be available in case you want to go through. So this door needs to be a passage. And I'm going to leave these doors shut most of the time. Oh no, this needs to be a door because it's going back into these 3 rooms are our living area. So we've got this. This is fine. And upstairs, we have the hatch coming out of the cockpit. We have our hallway into which we can build a whole bunch of stuff. I've left space here. This is infirmary, I think. Here's our... Oh, this is the infirmary, I guess. That must be the science. Cross passage. This is captain's quarters. This needs to be a door. This door is fine.
Something you need?
Yeah, workshop. Okay, so captain's quarters needs to have a door here. And that's it, I think. Okay, let's put a door on our captain's quarters and we'll be ready to go. If we're going to be using this bridge, I want to try something. Let's get the captain's quarters done first. I'm going to try replacing the cockpit.
Need some work done? Sure thing. We'll get it fixed up. Good as new.
Do. I didn't mean to do that.
No problem.
I just spent 1,000 credits for a repair that we didn't need. Okay, so captain's quarters. This guy needs to be a starboard jealousy. Now, when I put in the other cockpit, I think I'm going to put it in the back. Let's make sure we've got everything the way we want it for this build. I'm going to save this. And then I'm going to tinker, and we'll restore the save if the tinkering doesn't pan out. Okay. Captain's quarters. Do we have our door? Not a hatch. We're doing a normal door. So what I don't like here is that we have to deal with these hatches going in and out of the C4 bridge. Yay! Little bit of a privacy barrier. So now let's experiment with the other bridge. Hard save first, so I can restore to it in case this really messes up and I don't get it restored.
Anything I can help you with? Okay, no problem.
Okay, so step 1. This guy goes away. Step 2, we need to bring in the bridge itself. It's got a C6 and a C7. I think they're the same thing, except for value and mass. The C7 cuts our jump range. We've got equipment that can reduce our mass, so I'm not going to worry about it. So this guy has connections here and here and here. So if this is in the front here, Actually, let me try something. I'm going to put the Nova Galactic Captain's Quarters here. Why can't we go there? Is that a problem? Oh, it's probably that. What if I move it all the way back? That works for me. If I do that, what if I put it here? That's not bad. Okay. You go there. You go there. Now, my other build actually had the captain's quarters directly aft of the cockpit. What if I did that? And you are a Jealousy... Was it Jealousy 4 that worked so well here? Okay, so this is the only way into the cockpit, or the captain's quarters. Science lab, infirmary, workshop. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to here. We're going to put a frontier hab in because we've got space for one more hab. There we go. Workshop there. So the living quarters, I'm going to call that my passenger space. You go away. You go there. Now, somebody was saying try to put the shield on top. Turns out you can't do that. I tried to put an equipment plate there. I don't have them where I'm building right now, but equipment plates don't go on that one, unfortunately. Move you back a little bit. There's fuel. You're a little weird looking. But you do have a rear exit here, which means I really want to put something behind you. The captain's quarters are a natural for that. The other thing I could do would be to take the 4 outboards here and move them all forward by 1, making it so this is looking over the top. What if we grab all of that? Boom, 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 boom. Why can't you go there? Maybe because the door's in the wrong place? Oh, because this door's in the wrong place. That's not bad. Still needs to have this connected up here. Though I do kind of like it hanging out front. So now we grab here and here and here. Not you. Dang it. It just doesn't like dragging those. Okay. Spent a lot of time trying to do that in what should have been the easy way. There we go. Now, equipment. First of all, I do need the buoyant insulators somewhere. Like here. We'll do that. That reduces our mass. Not enough to increase our jump range again. Oh, poof. What was it I did? I suppose I could reduce cargo. It was adding this extra module here. All because I wanted captain's quarters to be centered. Okay, well, we'll deal with the fact that we've only got 29 light years on this thing. Other equipment. Okay, better scanning. Shield refactor is kind of neat. It will require stuff. We need to get equipment plates in and weapons. I think we knew those at New Atlantis. So looking at this, not sure I think it's an improvement. I think I liked the one with the Cabot Bridge better. Cancel modification. Yeah, I like this better. I like the other bridge, but the ship look overall is better for this one. Okay, that's what I'm going to go for. You need weapons. And equipment. And for weapons and equipment, I'm going to head back to New Atlantis. Oh, wait a minute. Where can I get the equipment plates? Was that at Volley that I could get the equipment plates? Hold on, let me Google it real quick. There's a host called inara.cz that has all of this. Equipment plates are sold Cheyenne, Narian, the Clinic, so Aquila City, the Clinic, Neon, the Outpost. Okay, let's head to Aquila City. Basically, I'm got a whole bunch of equipment plates to put equipment on. Then we'll go whole hog in with structural and weapons and all of that. So I guess I'm only using the new bridge on one ship instead of two.
Need some work done?
Dude, are you all here?
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so. For the equipment I want to put on you, we want 4 of them actually. At least 4 of them. Shield refactor, ship scrap, repair system overdrive, and mass. Okay, so now structural, a whole bunch of new stuff, and it's not at this station, so we need to go somewhere else. I'm going to head back to New Atlantis for the next bit. Oh, and just adding this is enough to take us down to 29 light ray. So apparently reducing the ship's mass is not enough to get our range back. Unless it doesn't do the math until you... Yeah, we're back at 30. Okay, so when I put the module on, it didn't add its bonus in right away. Okay. Back to New Atlantis for weapons and the fancy structural stuff. So I'm basically going to do the same structural thing here that I did on my other ship.
Trade authorities always... Okay, no problem.
These things. Structural. Nova cowling. B, 2 LPF. No, not you. You do 4 of them. You go in here and you say, you're him. like that. Weapons get mounted here. Weapons particle. Oh, yay. Okay, this is a Class B weapon. It's the right kind of weapon, but it's Class B, and we're only going Class A. Oh, come on. Highlight U, Control G to duplicate. There we go. I think I can move these down. There we go. So I ended up not needing the plates. I guess we can get rid of them. I went to a lot of extra effort to go to a place that had those, and they didn't even need them. And now these spiny things that go out forward, these get us increased ship scanning distance. I kind of like these guys. See if there's anything else I want. Got the right bay. We have some cargo. We got a total of 1,300 cargo. We have the cockpit we want, sort of. We've got a Docker, engines. Oh, we need to get the really good engines. Those are not available here. Those are the Starfield SA 4330. And these are found in Cheyenne, at Tequila City, or at Hopetown, or at Neon, okay? We have errors. 2 fewer landing gears and must be assigned. Okay, so we need to take this guy. Oh, we can't duplicate, we can't get more NG20s here. So what I'm going to need to do is sneak in some local landing gear. And the weapons have to be in a group. Yeah. Oh, so back to getting our landing gear set up. I don't really like any of the landing gear I've got there right now. Let me browse this a little bit. So database, ship modules, landing gear. Is it the AccuLander? think so. Let's head to Aquila City and see if we can get some decent landing gear. I give up. J. Locations. Favorites. Settled. We are looking for Aquila. Looking for landing gear that'll kind of fit. Be nice if we didn't make it too wide.
Hey, what can I do for you? Need some work done? Okay, no problem.
I think I have got to work on, not stressing out my graphics card before I start up Starfield. What you got for landing gear? Hope 5, Hope 6. Acculander. Acculander should tuck up underneath this guy nicely. So these have thrust of 2, so we're going to need 2 of them. Okay. So grab those 2. Then back in line. I wonder if I can sling these. Nope. Oh, it's probably the weapon that's doing it to us. Oh, that works. Just need to figure out some other way to mount the weapons. That's easy. What we're going to do is we're going to go to here. We're going to go to the structural. Just put on a horizon mount. Okay. And now these need to go somewhere again, which means I got to get my flat plates back. We've got equipment plates here now. There we go. Here's what I'm thinking. Okay, so this doesn't fit in here because there's no place for it to attach. That's fine. Okay. Oops. I move these forward. And it doesn't match up really well. Okay, we'll leave it back there. What's the error? Too few landing gears. There we go. So we've got our weapons. We've got everything pulled in. So we've got a narrower build, which is what I was going for. And everything's packed in. We are shorter and narrower than the old build, which is good. I still need to get my better engines. One. Engines. SAE. Where's my 4330s? Hold on. What level do I need to be? Oh, I bet you I'm not high enough level to fit the 4330s yet. Can I go with these? So two of them. Mobility down to 76. This is the weirdest place I have put cargo. But it works. What I'm going to do is I am going to swap things around a little bit. You're going to go up top. Like that. Shields there. Cargo there. Cargo there. Shield down there. There we go. So these engines require one less. I thought I had a top speed of 150. Oh, good Lord. These are expensive engines. Okay. So I can't finish this. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, with these, it's top speed 180. These the white dwarf 3015s are special. That's right. They've got a higher speed. Let's keep them. Okay. Can I still do the landing gear thing? Okay, there's the landing gear switched. Let's just do this one at a time. One, I've got the landing gear. Let's save that. Next thing is moving these on. Oh, let's move these 4 things onto equipment plates. We are running out of credits. Okay. So we're not going to be able to do the rest of this. I'm not going to be able to afford the horizons. Let's get that much done, though. Wait, how much is a horizon? We can do this. Okay, I think we're barely going to be able to make it. Okay, so our scanners are pulled in. We are narrow. We are shorter than the old Star Turkey. Shorter is good. The full-length Star Turkey has a problem where the ground vehicle gets pushed out and clips against things that it shouldn't. And I have warnings because we got 2 weapon assignments missing, right? Because we only have 1 weapon. And we're done here. And we essentially have 0 money left. So I have used up all my money doing these little builds. I hope somebody got something out of it. It's too bad I wasn't able to do a modified Star Turkey that used the other cockpit, but I think it just didn't quite come together right. Maybe we'll try again later in the future. How am I doing for doors? I didn't cross-check that at the end. Did I skip any of the doors? So, I think we're good. Yep, I see our 3 habs going back like this. Yay.
Captain,
Passages between the living area, nice big living area in the back. Research areas and work areas in the top. Infirmary. Back into this, which is our big hallway. And captain's quarters. Yay. All properly set up. Now, I wish that once you close the doors in the captain's quarters, that your crew didn't go in there. One thing I want to do, though, is I want to turn back on... I say doors always open or no doors. That's going to affect all of my ships. I think I just need to keep opening the doors manually. We're done here. I'm going to call this a recording, and I'm going to call it for the night, I guess. I will see you in the next recording.